Greetings, everybody. This is Homer speaking. I had a couple of minutes here between running errands and stuff, so I just thought I'd check in real quick because a lot of people ask me, how come you haven't made a video in a while? I've posted a couple of things on Patreon about the event. Last night, I made my last event update public, so if you head over to www.patreon.com/OneHarmony, you will hear my last update. Basically, my clients' higher selves have become very tight-lipped on the event, and when they don't want to talk about stuff, planetary protector. Basically, when my clients' higher selves don't want to talk about something, you got to go with it, and you don't ask a whole lot of questions. I mean, now that I think of it, I should have, but I pretty much know why they're being tight-lipped. The number one reason would be the events are that they could report on. They're happening like as we speak, and they don't really want the so-called enemy to know about what's happening at the event because they're constantly trying to circumvent the event and stop things from happening. That's what the enemy does. So they don't want me broadcasting to the world about the event and then giving the enemy the opportunity to, come up with a plan to stop us, kind of thing. The other reason I think is because everybody is so dang anxious on, they're like, when's the event going to happen? When? Everybody wants to know when, myself included. The thing is, the Bible wasn't kidding. Like, no man knows the day, time, or the hour. And I've explained in other videos that it depends on your perspective. If you're looking at events from a mountaintop down on the ground, you're going to be describing the events completely different than somebody on the ground in the midst of everything. If you're seeing the event from let's say I get a very high level, higher self, he's explaining the event from the 10th dimension, which is completely accurate, and the time frame and everything, but you pop down into the 6th dimension, and the event looks totally different, and it has a different time frame. And then you go down to course 3D, 3-dimensional, then the event looks different there too. And I'm of the opinion that too many practitioners are not well versed on higher dimensional matters, the different dimensions. Time and space don't exist, so even asking when is kind of irrelevant in the higher realms. And as the information comes down to the higher selves, I think practitioners are, anxious to get the news out, and they're like, the event's going to happen in 30 days. It's going to happen at the end of the quarter, and they're doing. They're not really doing anything wrong. They're just reporting what their clients are saying. The thing is that in a QHHT session, the information is very personal to that specific client, and it's not particularly meant for the whole world to hear. So that could be a little bit of an error too. I know a couple of practitioners that, they do their best to make sure at least 3 different people who don't know each other give the same information, about the event. So if they hear the same information, same timeline, if you hear the same thing from 3 different people who don't know each other, and for myself, they could be in different countries. So you tend to think that that's pretty accurate information. But what if you just had 3 higher selves that are hanging out in the 8th dimension, and they all watched it from the 8th dimension when they really need to be reporting from the 3rd or the 10th? So we're getting a little bit of we're getting information that comes through in the physical that's not always 100% accurate. So I think that's why I've had several sessions, and all the higher selves are just very tight-lipped about it. I caught on to that, so I started saying, hey, can you just tell me? I promise I'm not going to go put it on YouTube. So I've been able to get quite a bit of information that way, but they still go, stop, that's as much as I can tell you, I can't tell you anymore. It could also be that the higher selves just simply don't know. They're not in a position of knowing. They're not privy to the information. So there's a lot of things about getting information about the event. So basically the information flow has pretty much, slowed down to a stop. So I will tell you what my spiritual team down here on Earth, we call it the boots on the ground. We're cleaning house, folks. There's this two-dimensional species that last week we went on a mission and we cleaned that up with, of course, with angels and whatever you want to call it, but other beings, whatever. It's not just me. It's not just my team. Millions of people work on this together. So the two-dimensional bug beings that were bugging us were sent to their home world in quarantine. That all got locked up, and I actually got reports. People started feeling better and stuff. It was pretty cool. There's a place where people refer to as the Matrix. I personally call it Wonderland. A mission, a huge mission, huge. One of the biggest missions I ever saw. So many different benevolent beings went in there and shut down the Matrix. We're in the real world, by the way, in case you're wondering. This is the real world. This is a real Earth. But there is a Matrix, and I could go into the movie. Put it this way, the movie version of the Matrix is a walk in the park compared to the real Matrix. It's a nightmare, and I'll tell you that story. I think I have to go now. I thought I had more time to talk. So I just want to pop in real quick and give you a couple of update. So that got cleaned up and everything, and oh shoot, I need to go. But anyway, as I can tell more, I will. You know me, I'll tell you everything I can. I'll tell you. Okay, I have to go. I'm getting the signal. All right, God bless everybody. Peace until next time. Be well.